Excuse me! Taxi!
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
We have Vinny Vallelong. He is the president of the Sergeants Benevolent Association.
Let's put him on right now.
Yeah. He is on right now. We've got Vinny Vallelong. And Vinny, first of all, Professor Dershowitz, why don't you repeat? You want to repeat what you just said earlier to about this case with Sergeant Duran of the NYPD, your offer to the head of the Sergeants Benevolent Association?
Yeah, Mr. President, I am honored to speak to you. I love police. I learned how to play baseball at the PAL in Borough Park in Brooklyn. And so I've always been a tremendous fan of New York police, and I've always defended policemen free of charge. And I offer to consult and help his legal team on his appeal because I want to see this conviction reversed.
That is something I will never say no to.
Okay, good.
Wow.
No charge.
We made a deal here on WABC.
Breaking news.
Where's the breaking news? Here it is. Breaking news. Here we go.
Breaking news, WABC.
So there you just heard it. Professor Alan Dershowitz, the best out there, offering his services free of charge to help assist in the defense of Sergeant Duran after this horrible, I think, miscarriage of justice by the judge today.
Well, I hope we can get reversal.
Yeah.
I hope we can get justice done for him. He deserves it.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to make sure that we connect you guys. Professor Dershowitz, thank you.
What has to be done is he has to be getting bail pending appeal. There is absolutely no reason why he should not be free pending appeal.
I can't understand the judge remanding him. I never would have remanded him at all.
No, of course not.
He has links to the community, has an honorable record. He's not a flight risk. It's ridiculous to remand him.
My personal opinion, maybe the judge should be brought up on charges.
Well, let's wait one at a time. Let's try to get him off first, and then we can decide what to do.
Thank you, Professor.
Help, so have the lawyers call me. You can reach me through the folks at ABC.
You can reach me,
call me, and I'm happy.
Vincent, you can reach me. You can reach the professor through me.
Perfect. Professor, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Professor. Good luck. And I hope justice is done finally. Thank
Absolutely.
Mr. President, one additional thing. We asked Governor Patterson, who's in the studio today, we asked him, if you were still governor, what would you do, Governor?
I would have pardoned him, or I would have commuted his sentence so he never served.
Vinny, what's your reaction?
My reaction is this is probably the darkest day in the history of my profession. I've said this over and over again to the reporters. There is no other way to categorize it. What took place here today, you have an individual that has a pristine record. So who actually gets when a judge looks at everything in totality, who is that person that gets that benefit, if not an individual like Eric Duran? You know, I'm incensed, and I'm kind of like a little deflated right now because I've been screaming all afternoon. But when a judge says, "I believe the sentence will deter other officers when they arrest suspects," what is he saying to law enforcement across this country? The only way to stop him was to let them go. I don't understand how these people come up with these ideas on how it is that policing takes place. You know, Eric Duran is a great cop. He's a great family member, and like the governor said, you know, he was not a flight risk. He's been at every single court appearance. When have you ever seen anybody turn around to a victim's family and apologize the way he did today, and not have a tear in your eye? I'm overall disgusted by everything that's taken place today, and I'm kind of lost a little faith in the justice system.
You know, can you tell us also for our listeners too, the individual who was on the bike, a little bit about him, his background? That's public information.
Yeah, no. Listen, he was a gang member. He was a drug dealer, all right? and he was being locked up for doing a hand-to-hand on video, and the judge said it today. They have clear video of him doing the hand-to-hand, and he identifies himself as to who he is. All right, he was going to run people over, and people were going to get maimed or killed that day. He was driving down a sidewalk at 30 miles an hour almost 30 miles an hour with a lot of weight behind that bike. And there was no way for him to either veer off or to get out of the way of the other police officers that were behind Eric. Eric turned around. Eric had 2.5 seconds to make a decision. He made the decision. And I can tell you right now, that decision was just judged not just for Eric today, but for every single police officer across this nation now has to think twice, and that's going to get people hurt.
You know, I am stunned, Vinny, too, who's head of the Sergeant Benevolent Association. The message coming out from the judge that this will serve as a deterrent. A deterrent to what?
Exactly.
A deterrent to law enforcement. That's what it is. It's a deterrent to law enforcement.
No, absolutely.
Believe me.
Absolutely.
As I've said before, number one, he never should have been convicted. If I were judge doing that bench trial, I would have acquitted him on both counts. He never should be sentenced. And certainly, as I said before, he should never be remanded when he has all these links to the community. He's not a flight risk. He has an honorable record. You let him out pending the appeal. A total and absolute miscarriage of justice from day one. And the state attorney general, who under the state law prosecuted this case, not the Bronx DA, but the state attorney general, never should have brought this case in the first place.
Well, I could tell you the narrative that's being thrown around, and what was thrown around today, especially by the prosecutor, was that the cops are liars, the cops had skin in the game, and the cops and everybody pretty much rallied around each other, and it was a giant cover-up. That prosecutor is a disgrace. And I don't know how he looks himself in the mirror every single night after what just took place.
Norm Seabrook.
Vinny, my condolences, man. I know what it feels like to lose a brother into the system. I certainly do, and you are doing a great job. I would reach out and I expect that the New York City Department of Correction to move that sergeant to Bellevue Hospital prison ward as opposed to sitting him in a cell at the North Infirmary Command or any other facility that they have on Rikers Island. Because from going forward, he's a CMC, essentially monitored case. He's going to be moved with a supervisor. He's going to be moved with another officer. He's going to be transported by the emergency response unit that we have. And I think that, and you have a great public relations person, Michael Skelly, I believe it is. He needs to reach out to the Department of Correction and try to get him moved out of Rikers Island because his life can be in danger. I'm not saying that it is, but we don't have enough correction officers now, so God only knows. So please keep your head up, man, and we're out here fighting for you.
Eric is a street kid. Eric knows exactly what it is he's in for going into jail. All right, he's not a stranger to the street. He knows who's in there. He knows this was a gang member, and the judge knew that too when he put him into Rikers today. All right, without even giving him the benefit of the doubt today, to at least have the paperwork filled out to try and keep him out pending the appeal here. I mean, I don't understand who else in this city is eligible to get something like that done for them.
And you know what's,
if not Eric Durant.
You know what's scary also, Vinny, is that a police officer, the sergeant like Durant, that is taking guns off the street, how many young Black and Latino lives did he save by doing what he had to do?
Every single gun he took off the street, they would take the bullets out and count them, and every bullet that was in a gun they considered to be a life that was saved.
That's right, man. God bless him. God bless him. And we're going to keep you in faith, brother.
Absolutely. Vinny, you let us know. And we'll connect you also with Professor Dershowitz. Hopefully you heard some great ideas here from Norm and everyone.
Him, Idala, Andrew Quinn. I mean, Arthur is great. I've worked with Andrew for 20 plus years. So, you know, I would always welcome a man like Mr. Dershowitz.
Wonderful. Well, you have our support. We love you and we appreciate you. And we are praying for Sergeant Duran. Big time.
Thank you for everything you guys have done over there. I mean, you know, sometimes I think people take it for granted, but you know.
Not us. We back the blue. We back the blue.
We back the blue. We mean it.
We back common sense,
Common sense.
Plain common sense. I said the opening on our show today, these people, there must have been something in that COVID that made so many people go crazy.
They're gonna, if this is the police officer that they want going forward, they're going to rue the day when they realize what it is they've created. When cops sit back and they let people run away, and just like they do in these car pursuits, or that we're told to do in these car pursuits, you know, when you do this, other people's lives are going to be lost because these people are going to go out and commit another crime before they're caught again.
Well, and let me say before we go, all the police officers need to know we love you, man, and we look for you to come help us. Don't run away from us. We understand what's going on, but don't run away from us because the city of New York needs you.
That's not in our
DNA. Yep. Well, we love you. We have your back too, Vinny, and have, of course, Sergeant Duran's back and common sense, as John was so saying. Thank you so much, Vinny.
Thank you again.